Guys, look! It's Nicolas Cage in that game that totally needed Nicolas Cage! Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, unrelated, but to be honest, anytime I look at this game, I just see it as like a horror version of League mixed with Fortnite. I don't know how to explain that or why I think that. I can't explain it. It just does. Anyways, hi, my name is Phantom, and these are my thoughts on Dead by Daylight. First thing you'll notice is an ugly yet fitting art style. It looks ugly, but considering the horror atmosphere, it's kind of cool actually. But there's also ugly textures which are just that ugly. Luckily the character design look awesome. Seeing either new monsters and or old iconic villains has just never felt better. And there's also just regular character designs and they also look awesome. It genuinely makes me think about buying it. And speaking of which, microtransactions here are very annoying, especially since the game already costs money, a hefty amount I might add. It's not as bad as things like COD, for example, but it was noticeable enough for me to talk about it here. Anyways, combat is heavily present here. It's very simple, and at first, it used to terrify me, but over time, I just lost that same thrill. And instead, running around felt like either I was gonna get this mission done or not. And I'm not a fan of this plain basic design. Sure, it might get good if you play competitively, but I'm more of a chill, relaxed gamer, and I never saw a reason to experience any of that. For example, on that whole like competitiveness thing, you can actually customize a whole skill tree worth of skills and upgrades with negation effects, and it's actually really complex. But it's too complex for me to ever care about it. And considering that's the core of the game, it really made me feel bummed out. As there isn't much to add to a game that could have had plenty. I mean, there's like one game mode in this entire game. It's like their brains are an empty box with the only ideas being pulled being another crossover to add more characters. But the characters don't even make sense. Nicolas Cage? The content just isn't realistically here. Sure, you could do the same thing over and over again, but I wouldn't recommend it. Acting is also present here in a very, hey, scream right there vibe. It doesn't seem like there was much love, fun, soul put behind any of it, but I will admit though that the music is kinda cool. A lot of tracks are said that wrong, surprisingly iconic, and it's a big reason to check out the OST on this baby because it's good. And performance is okay. On PS5, I noticed a lot of online issues and crashes, but whenever I was in the game, running its stats, they were good, with an HD output and 30 frames per second. Nice work. Anyways, if you're wondering, I don't recommend this game. It's not like it's the worst game ever, but it barely pushes to be mediocre, which is sad. Considering this game has so much potential that's just wasted considering the amount of years to game mode deficit, it's kind of hard for me to say this, but I give this game a 5.5 out of 10. It has some good aspects like music and style and a bit of its core gameplay loop, but everything else just lacks hard. If you want the game, I'll leave a link in the description section. Any questions or concerns will be answered in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please drop a like. And if you want more content like this, please subscribe. Anyways, that's it from me. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day. Also, keep doing great things.